Hello and welcome to the back to school night video for WT Woodson. I am Mr. Pugh and this is the video for computer science. So as you can see here, my full name is Travis Pugh, which rhymes with through. Students call me Mr. Pugh. I've been teaching here at Woodson for the past 9 years or so. Before that, I was teaching in DC public schools. I've been teaching programming and computer science for the past couple years. This is my third year with this content. Previously, I was teaching math with geometry, algebra 2, some honors geometry. I do live in the neighborhood, so you may see me around. My kids go to Mantua Elementary. So let's get to the course. So computer science is a course that is designed to teach programming skills, right? Writing code, writing computer programs. The language that we use is Java. We're going to teach them different aspects of that, such as control structures, loops, arrays, primitive data types. The whole idea is object-oriented programming, object classes, how to write methods, polymorphism, inheritance, those key pillars of object-oriented programming. So, typical class is going to look like a short presentation of information. Maybe I model some code for the students, just giving them different concepts and content, and then showing what that's going to look like in an actual program. Most of the time is going to be spent with them actually working on programs, writing code, creating programs, problem solving, the inevitable mistakes and ebbs and flows of programming. Students do have access to a computer here in the classroom. If they prefer to use their laptop computer, they are welcome to do that. I can help them get the software onto their computer, whether it's their personal computer or the school laptop. They just need to talk to me and I'll help them get that loaded. The course is designed for them to be able to complete everything in class, so there's not necessarily a need for them to have it on their laptop. We also have some after-school sessions for help. Third period learning seminar can be used to flip-flop in and work on things here in the classroom as well. But if they want on the laptop, just have them talk to me and I'm happy to help with that. This is the software that we are going to use in computer science. It is an IDE called JGrasp, produced by Auburn University. And this is basically where they're going to be writing their code, and they also have some options to run the code, and it can open up some different panels, and the students can see what's happening, what they've written, what that program is producing. Here we can talk about attendance. So I do take the attendance in the beginning of class. So if the students come in late or something of that nature, they come in after I've taken attendance, I will try my best to mark that accurately, but we all make mistakes, and I just need to be notified of it. I'd be happy to go back and fix that mistake if I did. That's what programming does. We run into problems and we fix them. And so just let me know if I know the problem is there. I'm more than happy to fix it. Now, if the student is actually absent and they missed the class, well, then just need to get into Schoology and check out the notes that were presented that day. I am working on getting video lessons together, things that were covered in the class during the day, during that lesson, and they can watch that as a supplement to being here and watching my presentation in person. Additionally, that's there and it's available for all students, even the ones that were in class and saw it live. They can watch the recorded version with all the edits that were made. And maybe they need just a little bit of a recap or want to see something again. They're more than welcome to check that out 24 hours a day via Schoology. So here is Schoology. Here's kind of what the page looks like here. You can see under my materials, all the units that are labeled here are going to be labeled with the unit, the topic, and the current unit will always say current unit. It will always be at the top, and it will always have a calendar displayed. Once we finish with Unit 1, I will collapse the calendar, and I will raise up the second unit, into the top position and put a calendar into that one. So it should be really, really easy to locate which unit we're working on and where the material is going to be. If you click on this little down arrow here, it will expand the folder and collapse the calendar. So you can see the individual folders that are housed within that unit folder, and they're organized by lessons. You can expand the lesson folder to see what tasks were addressed and talked about in the class. Labs are graded, and so those are going to be things that they're going to need to complete and get turned in. The notes are for their benefit. It's the instructional material. It's a slide deck they can look through. Once I get the instructional videos up, those will be posted in the unit, and they can just kind of click through the unit. It'll kind of be within this folder, but not in its own folder. It'll be a page. They can just click on that, find the day's notes that they're looking for based on topic, and watch that video. You can see these little green exercises. These are additional opportunities for students to work with the material, to answer questions about the content, and just to test their own knowledge about what's going on. So if you see, the course is broken down into just 2 grading categories, which are weighted labs 60%, assessments 40%. And so how that breaks down is labs are the programs that they're writing, the tasks that they're supposed to complete by writing code. That's going to be 60% of their grade. The assessments will be unit assessments and maybe a few quizzes here and there. And those will be based on the number of questions in the assessment, will be how many points it's worth. And these are your traditional quiz type situations where they'll have multiple choice, fill in the blank, matching type questions. They need to complete that to the best of their ability without outside resources. And those would be graded and submitted back to them. These are graded in such a way that they have one opportunity to take the assessment to get the best score they can. If they're not happy with the score, we'll give them one additional retake opportunity, and we will take the highest of the 2 scores, and anybody can retake. If you get a 90, you can retake it up to 100%. So that is the grading. And this is the same for every quarter. There's no midterm, there's no final. So each quarter is worth 25% of their grade, and it's broken down in quarter 60% and 40%, as you see here. So what's next? After computer science, the next step is going to be AP Computer Science, and from there, Advanced Computer Science AB, and lastly, Computer Systems. You see this other course down here, Programming. This is a programming course. I also teach this. This is about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, so some web development. We also do introduce Python. This is a very introductory level course, so it can be taken at the same time as computer science. It can be taken after computer science. I think it's a fun course. It's very creative, with the web design and web development. Python is a very interesting language. It's separate from what you're going to get with any of the other courses. So if they're interested in Python, programming is another course they could double up with. They could take AP and programming at the same time. But just realize that programming is an introductory course. So it is going to be introducing these basic concepts of programming, but just with different languages. So if you finish computer science and you're not quite sure you want to jump into AP yet, you can go and take the programming course, get some more practice with the concepts before moving into AP. And here's some options that are available. If you're interested in doubling up 1 year, that you can take the AP and the Advanced Comp Sci together and then Computer Systems after that. Or you can take the AP Computer Science by itself and double up with the Advanced AB and the Comp Systems together in the 3rd or final year. All right, if you have any questions about that, just let me know. Or just any questions in general. That's pretty much the course. We are working with Java. We use JGrasp as our IDE. We have labs, we have assessments, we have plenty of time in class to work on both of those. This should be a very fun class. Hopefully your students enjoy it. If you have any questions, my email address is listed here. Feel free to send me an email. If you'd like, you can also send a message through Schoology directly, and I'll be happy to respond back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope you found it interesting and informative. And take care. Have a good day.